Ashley, when we think of chia, we usually think of the chia pet of the late night infomercial,
right?
Correct?
Exactly. Everyone goes to like chia.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, absolutely. Fiber, and a soluble fiber, as well as an omega fatty acid.
Fantastic. And you recently took a trip, went straight to the source to find out more about this seed. Is that right?
Yes, there are chia seeds around the world. This particular area where I went was to the northwest, the Kununurra in Australia. And I actually had a lot of questions about how chia is farmed, so I got to sit down with the farmer who started it all there.
So we're here in the magnificent Kimberley region of Western Australia, which is at the top part of Australia, and this has proven to be the world's best place to grow chia. It's 15 degrees south of the equator, which is required to get the right omega-3 ratio in the oil, and we've got this magnificent dry, so we've got this fantastic opportunity to grow chia and grow it in such vast numbers and area, and that's really allowed us to be able to present it as a product to both the global health food industry but also food manufacturers around the world. There was a vision of mine when I started the industry in Australia to make a positive contribution to the health and well-being of the community. And chia, having the omega-3, the dietary fibre, the antioxidants, were all nutrients we were lacking in the modern diet. So it's a fantastic natural crop that could introduce all these elements to the diet of Australians and all the world. So really, in starting the industry here, I was looking to be able to grow the crop in a sustainable way, both environmentally, and these farms are better for chia being grown here, but also economically. We had to grow the crop, be able to return profit to the farmers so that we could continue to grow this crop for the next 50 years and allow the world to be able to gain the benefits of chia seed. This is chia when it's ripe and ready for harvest. Chia is the plant name, and the genus is Salvia, and the species is Hispanica. And it comes in two varieties, two colours, black and white. And this is a black chia. When we harvest it, we just naturally remove the husk and the shell from the seeds, and there's a seed ready to eat. And there's your daily dose of chia.
Fascinating stuff. So Ashley, is there
Australian, so there may be like different, you might even look at it like different types of apples,
right,
but it's not going to be an entirely different species, black to white.
And no difference in the nutritional value.
No,
correct?
and I thought I'd actually show you one of the reasons that chia is such a potent, it's so healthy for us, is that the fiber source, actually when you add water to it, so if we're, you could certainly add water to it here and drink it this way, but I don't recommend it.
No, it doesn't look that appetizing.
But when you do add water to it, you can see how swollen that is. So
it's almost gelatinous.
Yeah, look at how chia seed actually comes out. I'll put a little bit in your hand here. So that's going to be the actual seed, right? And that seed is going to be, it's hard, it's got a casing around it. When you put it into water, or as if we were eating it, and it goes through the digestive tract as the moisture is being absorbed, it creates this very viscous
so I'm going to put this here. How much seed is, how much visually, if we were to look at it, how much seed is in there?
This is 2 of the shots, so it's about 2 of your daily doses, right? So you've got 2 of the tablespoons. And what we have in here, so when this goes through, what you can see is, versus this in the digestive system, this is going to swell. And what we know is that when our bellies swell, that's what sends the trigger to our brain to feel full. So one of the things I found in Australia that was so fascinating is they've actually, even to their white bread, but definitely to their whole grain breads, to their muffins, they've been adding the chia to get that increased fiber.
And it doesn't have a taste, correct? It doesn't change the taste of the food.
Right. If anything, it changes the consistency, but not in a gritty fiber way. It actually adds a moisture and a bit of a density.
And you have a story related to that book, Born to Run, about this drink,
yes,
correct?
there was actually a gentleman in Mexico, and there's a book, Born to Exactly. And it's something, people say to me, what is chia? I haven't heard of it. It's actually hit our food industry pretty large.
Apparently, look at all of
right,
these
you can see,
you
and some people are doing organic, and what I like about organic is obviously then you don't have any pesticides used, but you might not have the same consistency in every single spoonful. So other places you might see that people are controlling for that more, where if there are weeds or something like that, they've gone ahead and sprayed that.
And this is just the seed that
this
you
is
would
just the
sprinkle
seed.
it on a salad.
Or in this case, in the ground portion, this you can add to flour, so you can reduce the amount of flour that you're using. Add a little bit of this, you'll get that fiber, you'll get that texture added in.
Fantastic idea.
Yeah.
Other than that, the seed can be sprinkled on yogurts and things like that?
Exactly.
Okay.
You could absolutely do that. You will notice, at least I did, that you can get it a little bit through the teeth through there. So it's like you're careful on that part. You have shots that you can just sprinkle onto a salad, and if you want to go ahead and taste what it's like, it's even in one of our energy bars.
Oh, absolutely. That's a delicious energy bar. I don't taste anything.
You wouldn't know that chia was in there, right? Yeah, absolutely. So, and one of the things we're seeing also is chia is being added, salba in specific is being added to baby food. So it's a way to increase the fiber, increase the omega content of the baby food as well.
And what about this chia oil?
Chia oil, so just like a flaxseed oil or hemp seed or another oil, the specific, the omega fatty acid, you're able to isolate that. This is a vegetarian source of the omega-3, so you can then drizzle that on your salad, you could drizzle that on your bread, you know, maybe in place of olive oil or something like that.
No taste? What is the oil?
This is going to give you, the oil to me tastes similar to another nut or seed oil. Yeah, it's not going to be as tasty, as strong of a taste as maybe a walnut oil, but I would compare it to a flaxseed oil.
Delicious. Now these are chia shots, so you said this is your daily allowance?
That's your daily dose.
Can you just down it? Or?
You could, but remember what's going to happen. So if you try to toss it back like that, I would definitely say drink a bit of water, and you might notice, you know, I find that you digest it beautifully. With that, I think what I think is great about this is I travel so much, so I actually keep one of those in my purse or a couple.
Spread it out through the day.
Yeah, if I'm getting a salad out somewhere and I go, oh, there might not be a lot of great fatty acids or fiber, you know, in this, and I can sprinkle it on there, and I know I've upgraded my nutrition for that particular meal.
Have you noticed any, since you've started adding chia to your diet, have you noticed any difference?
You know, I wouldn't say I do a good job of incorporating a lot of different fatty acids. What I would probably have noticed the most is that I like the variety. It's something new, so you know, I think we're always looking for that new thing to add in.
And it's even in sweets too.
Right, absolutely.
It's certainly popping up everywhere. All right, Ashley Koff, thank you so much for that. And you can check out our abcnews.com help page.